היי, שלום.
שלום.
מה שלומכם?
אני טוב.
יופי. גם אני, תודה. מה שלומך, ג'ייקוב?
סבבה. טוב מאוד.
סבבה? Okay. So we'll wait 2 minutes, I guess, for the rest. Did you start your final assessment?
To be honest, I looked through it, but I haven't started it yet.
No, it's fine. You have like 2 weeks. It's okay.
Yeah, I submitted it.
You what?
I submitted it.
Oh, already? Look at you. Okay, so I'll take a look. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Shira.
מה שלומך?
Not much. How are you?
בסדר. עייפה. Tired.
Me too.
Yeah, but here it's evening, so I mean, I have the excuse. Okay. So let's give Judy 1 more minute and then we will begin. And then okay. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
טוב.
כן.
שיעור. Who can say the number?
13.
14.
14.
Oh,
יפה. Hi, Judy.
Hi, sorry,
It's okay.
different time zone. I realized it's earlier than I thought. I'm visiting in Minnesota.
Why, West?
In Minnesota, so all of a sudden I realized, whoa, 11, not 12.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so we just said that we're on our שיעור 14. שיעור 14 אחרון. The אחרון is the last. So today we will watch this young lady talking about slang in Hebrew. So we'll hear a bit of slang words and then talk about them, okay? So I will turn up my...
Hi, I'm Natalie Portman, and I'm going to take you through some Hebrew slang. Lizrom means to flow. If you want to like flow with things, go with the flow. Eze basa. It sucks. Like, what a shame, but it's like more harder than that. Chaval al hazman, the direct translation would be like pity about the time, but it means like very good. Like, how is the concert? Chaval al hazman means pity for your time. Ala panim means on your face, and that means terrible. So if you're like, how was your dinner? Like, ala panim, terrible. Chai b'seret, this is a great one. This means you're living in a movie, which is like, you know, someone's being dramatic or they're unrealistic or whatever about their prospects. You say that balagan is a great one, kind of the first word that people learn when they move to Israel. It means a mess, and it comes from the same root as balcony, because balconies were like where you like threw your clothes and dirty rags and stuff, and it would be like a mess. And so it's the same. Maniac is maniac. Oh, and l'chaim is to life, which is also how you say cheers. So, l'chaim.
Okay. Did you hear about any of these words before? Yeah, Jacob, which one?
Well, balagan. I think someone said last time in the lesson. L'chaim and the on your face one I've heard.
Yeah, ala panim.
And it was
Okay.
in our vocab. I think they're in our sheet somewhere. Oh,
What? Sorry?
they're in the vocabulary sheets, I think. The street
Yeah, I think
smarts.
so. Yeah, it's part of the unit. So let's see them in the table, in the chart. So lizrom, like when you want to say to someone, just flow. You know, if you wanna go out and your friends like, לא רוצה, לא בא לי, I don't wanna, na na na, and you can say it is rom. So lizrom, and literally it means flow. איזה באסה. This one is it's a reaction for everything that sucks a little bit. It's like איזה באסה. Like I need to get up tomorrow early in the morning. איזה באסה. חבל על הזמן. This is one of the weird phrases because it literally means pity on the time, but it is a positive phrase. So we say, why? חבל על הזמן, like with the happy face, you know? Like the example that she gave, that Natalie Portman gave, how was the concert? It was חבל, זה היה חבל על הזמן, היה ממש טוב. ועל הפנים, on the face, it's just not good. I can't think about the association, like why on the face means something that is not good, but can you think about a reason?
Well, even in English, right? You have the idiom "egg on my face" is like shame on me. You know, so
Yeah.
there's a connotation of like you have something on your face is embarrassing or bad.
נכון. Maybe it's like part of the idiom that stuck, like only the last part, על הפנים. And חי בסרט. This guy, חי בסרט. It's like to make fun of someone when you're laughing about someone because he's so not connected to reality, you know? And balagan, it is the first word you learn here because in Israel, everything is balagan. And maniac, this one I will make a little correction because it's not maniac like in English. Maniac is, can you tell me maniac in a sentence in English?
Usually, I feel like people use it to say he drove like a complete maniac, like he was out of control.
Yeah, like out of his mind, like not sane totally, right?
Yeah.
So in Hebrew, no, it's not the case. Maniac is someone that is doing bad things to other people and like screwing them, you know, like making them like as a maniac, like a student can say about it about his teacher, like if he's giving them very low grade, so he'll say the maniac.
So he's like
Why did he do this to me?
like a sadist or something. Or
Yeah, but less strong than that.
The vocab sheet says jerk.
Yep, yep. That will be the more yeah, that's a good translation. Just a jerk. Maniac. ולחיים, that's everyone knows. I think. לחיים, cheers. יפה, okay?
Is another one I heard para para.
פרה פרה.
Yeah. What does that one mean?
It means one step at a time. Slowly,
My friend says that.
But the word para is a cow. So you say cow by cow.
Yeah.
But you don't need a connector in Hebrew. You just say para para. It's like saying one thing at a time. You know, first of all, we'll do this, and then we'll handle the other thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Did anyone else heard about a slang idiom or something? Okay. So that's just a little part of it. And we chose, of course, only the ones that are for all the family. So now we'll do a little exercise. Each one of you can choose an idiom and write a sentence with this in the chat. Okay? לדוגמה, for example, האוטובוס לא מגיע, איזה באסה. So I will go back to the chart if you want me to move slides. So
Trouble getting my writing.
So, Jacob, balagan is not really an adjective. It behaves more as a noun.
I was trying to say like the teacher was a mess. Or the teacher is a mess, so.
I'm having the same trouble. No verb.
I think we can't use it this really like exactly the same in the syntax like in
Okay.
English. You can say הכיתה הייתה בבלגן. For example, the classroom was in a mess, or
Okay.
there was a mess in the classroom. Or the lesson, השיעור בבלגן. Okay, Judy.
I'm missing a verb. I can't figure out. I didn't mean you, Shira. That's the only word.
No. I didn't think that because I'm a female, so it's okay.
Oh, true. Okay, good. But I think I'm missing a verb too, or
No, it's okay.
it's okay
This
then.
one is an adjective.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you want to say this teacher is a maniac, so how would you say that? Do you remember how to say this?
The.
Wait,
The.
S-A-L-A? No, at the other one.
Ele is the plural, ze,
Zay, yeah.
right? So you can say, המורה הזה maniac.
Okay.
Like this teacher. המורה הזה.
Zay. Okay.
Sherry, can you put on the other
Yeah.
list? Thank you.
Great. Okay, Tony, can you read yours?
Sure. So, אני רוצה עוגה? לא. אתה לא אוהל עוגה. איזה באסה.
איזה באסה, like the kid is saying, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it goes back and forth. So yeah, איזה באסה.
Yeah, it's a dialogue. Nice. מצוין. איזה באסה, yeah, that's the reaction, exactly. Just one thing, how do we write לא? Can someone remember?
With Aleph.
With Aleph,
That's right, yeah.
like this. Okay, מצוין. And Emily, can you read?
Can you remind me how to say the new expression?
Let's get to it because you need to change a little bit the form
Okay.
if you're talking about your daughter.
Okay, right. Okay, so הבת שלי רוצה לאוכל שוקולד. לאכול שוקולד לארוחת הבוקר. And then I'm not sure.
חיה בסרט.
חיה בסרט.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because חי is living.
Right.
So חיה is living for a woman or.
With
Okay.
ayin at the end?
No, with hey, like.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
מצוין, זה ממש משפט טוב, it's a really good one. הבת שלי רוצה לאכול שוקולד לארוחת בוקר. זה חיה בסרט, like you're laughing. Yeah, it's good. And Jacob, say the expression.
L'chaim.
Yeah, very good. L'chaim. Okay, excellent. Okay, good. So if you say some of those expressions, it will be a delight for Israelis to hear you say that. Okay. So I wanted us to talk about a little bit, like to summarize and think about some general questions. I will give you the slang activity. If you would like to do it, it will be fun if you have enough time to add another activity to make, but I think it's okay just to practice the idioms that we've learned. So I will post it on our course, and I'll go now into Padlet where we have some questions that I would love us to reflect a little bit and think about them. So I can hear you and you can, you know, look backwards and think what you did take from this course. And again, it's really important for me to hear and to learn. So we will just do it verbally now, and I will post it also. And then you can take your time and write your comment, and then all the other students would do it also. Do you know Padlet? It's a tool. It's a great tool. You can just, I'm permitting you like to write comments, and you just press on the plus sign and add your answer, your comment. Okay. So look on them and take 2-3 minutes to just think about the questions, okay? And we'll talk about it a little. Okay, someone wants to begin to choose one that you thought about?
Okay, I guess I'll start. So I thought the most memorable activity probably was the dialogue from last week. going back and forth through like it was like a 6 or 7 sentence dialogue with one of the other students. I did it with Dan. And to just be able to do that and have that kind of mini conversation was huge, because going into the course, I knew the letters and maybe, a dozen or 2 dozen words. And so, at least for me, that kind of cemented the level of progress.
Yeah. כן, נכון, יופי. תודה. I'm really glad to hear.
Yeah, I liked that activity too. Same reasons. I also, the song Kol Echad Rutzeh was one of my favorite things we learned. I have that song on iTunes now.
Good.
And then for the next one, I'm taking the next level on Hebrew College next semester for Hebrew, and I'm going to study it in college.
That's great. It's really exciting.
I'll jump in and agree with last class's conversation being really memorable. I think that I find it a little bit stressful to have to generate sentences during our conference calls, but I think that's sort of it's what pushes me forward, because somehow writing stuff and doing the written assignments is a good way to review, but I don't necessarily, I think about the sentence that I'm working on, and having to be in conversation with someone, you wind up pulling in more ideas and bringing things together in a different way. So I think it was really helpful to have to bring vocabulary from all of the different units together last time. I think there's something I realize that I tend to practice things by writing them in all realms of things that I study. And so I have felt the lack of writing, where typing is a little bit different. And so it feels funny to me not to be writing sentences by hand. It feels like that's a method of practicing things that I don't have available to me. But I don't know that that's bad. It was just an interesting thing to realize that has been part of how I learn things for so long, that not writing things by hand felt like I wasn't practicing in all the ways that I could.
Yeah, you're right. That is one of the big disadvantages of this kind of course, which is online, and you can't really hand me papers.
Right.
Yeah, but I can say that you can keep your own notebook with your own comments and write them down. Although we're not learning the cursive.
Right, and so that felt funny, because writing in block letters looks so stupid.
That's what I'm doing too, and it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. We have to figure out what will be the best way to do it, because I can't really show you my handwriting. If it will be with a paint in the computer, it will be like it's not comfortable. But we will have to figure this out. You're right. Mm-hmm.
I liked learning time and how to conjugate the verbs, and I'm toying with continuing with a live class at Hebrew College too. Maybe I'll bump into Jacob. I find the computerness of it all really hard, because I'm probably by far the oldest, and I'm always a little behind on how to click this and find the chat and things like that. But at least now I have a basis. Jacob, you're braver than I am. I may repeat the beginning class. I'm a little afraid to go on. But
yeah, you feel like you need to repeat it?
I don't know. I can't decide, but thinking about it. Especially because I don't know. I would learn cursive. I think that would help.
Yeah. We will have, like Emily said, it's really important to learn our own best ways of learning language. And if learning more writing system it will be helpful for you. So yeah, it will be good. And you can, you can approach to me and talk to me about it, and we can decide what's the best thing to do together.
Okay.
Great.
I also really liked the matching games that were sometimes part of the homework.
Yeah, you did? Okay, that's good because
I get crazy competitive. I wound up doing them so many times that I learned the vocabulary really well.
Oh, that's excellent. Games is really a really good way to learn vocabularies, because you have to make it interactive. And the thing that you said about the dialogue, that you had to use your words that you know in Hebrew, if you remember that I told you about this expression in Hebrew, breaking your teeth, do you remember that? לשבור את השיניים. That's the thing. I think this is the greatest jump that a learner in a new language needs to do, to start and use the things that he's writing and reading, because write and read is like, to stay behind the shadows of the language, and it's comfortable, but you can't really express. And if you know a language, you can know to express yourself in it. And this is the jumping point. In your level, it's the hardest because you don't have enough casual things that you can say, that you can use in the language. But it is very, very important. Anything else? A favorite word?
On a random note, so I do intend to continue studying Hebrew. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to be traveling for 2 or 3 months next year in the early part of the year, so I can't necessarily take the course because I don't know if I'm going to have internet access where I'm going. But I was wondering, would you be willing to send out maybe a list of maybe movies in Hebrew that maybe or we could get on through Amazon or something, because I think that'd be useful for me just to watch people talk, and I'm sure initially I'll understand.
Excellent. Yeah, it's funny you say it because we are just building another unit, more progressive one in 2B. It's like and it's about culture, and we're building a unit about cinema and TV.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking about it is in a Hebrew college. We're talking about series that were sold to other countries in their format, or that we can find in Netflix. And Oscar-winning movies, Israelis. So I just have this list. So I will send it to you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, happily. I can say right now that you can look up in Netflix for Fauda. If you heard about it.
No.
Jacob?
Right. My daughter loves it. Yeah.
There's two. Yeah, you can watch. I watch it in Hebrew with English subtitles. So you can hear it both ways at once. And there's 2 seasons of it, and it's a great show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great show, and you can learn Arabic as well because it's about the conflict, but in an individual perspective, not so heavy like it seems to be. But it is a great show, and there is another one in Netflix, Chatufim, that turned out to be Homeland. You know that series, Homeland?
Yeah.
So it's from an Israeli format.
Okay.
So this series on Netflix also. Yeah, so it's a great idea to watch series and also songs. I think I introduced for you some of the Israeli artists that I like, and I can give you more names.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. I appreciate that.
It's helpful because I think it's really a good way to learn. Okay. Any other points that you want to?
Favorite word? I liked kaha and lo bali. Because I work with 6-year-olds at a summer camp, and a lot of them speak Hebrew, and they love to say those words. And now they're very sarcastic with me, and now I know those words.
Yeah, now you know it. Lo bali. Can you explain what does it mean?
It means like I don't want to.
I don't feel like it.
I don't feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or then I ask why they're doing something. They say kaha.
Just like that. Good. Any other favorite words?
I also really enjoyed Kaha, but apart from that, probably be like Shemesh. Just the
What is?
Shemesh, the sun.
Oh,
right?
Shemesh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a it's just a neat word.
Yeah, Shemesh. It is. Good. So continue to think about it. Okay, I will give you the link. You don't have to exactly write all over again the things that we talked about, but just in a few points to mention it. It can be really helpful. And that's all. I had a really good time with you, a good semester. I feel that you guys really want to learn, and it's a great feeling for a teacher. And I was glad before our lessons. I felt like it's a good hour in my day.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much for participating.
Thank you so
and
much.
I
Sarah.
hope to hear from you. What?
Toda rabah.
Toda lachem, toda rabba. And you still have my email. So if you have any questions about Hebrew, you can feel free, really, to ask me about it. I love to answer questions about Hebrew. It's like my favorite thing to do these days when I'm studying all the time, things that I don't know. So ask me, and yep. Thank you. Toda lachem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
להתראות.
תודה, שירה.
ביי.
Shalom.
להתראות.